I'm Millie Weaver reporting for MillennialMillie.com. We're here in West Palm Beach, Florida, and today is the anniversary of January 6th and the killing of Ashley Babbitt. While there was an investigation following her killing, many feel that it was rushed and heavily politicized. So here's the question. Since when has it been okay to use lethal force on a protester? Was Ashley Babbitt's killing justified, or was it murder? Let's go see what the people have to say. Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
We're out here asking people questions since it's the anniversary of January 6th, the storming of the Capitol. Do you guys know about Ashley Babbitt, the girl who was killed during the Capitol?
Yeah, nothing's ever come of that.
Right. Would you have liked to see a more thorough investigation into her killing?
Absolutely. I think it's only warranted for anyone. Everyone deserves that respect.
That information is being held back, right? So you don't know. You don't know. You know one fact: she didn't have any gun on her, right? And she didn't have any weapon, right? So based on that, you can say that it was a murder. But then again, right? We don't have the evidence, so why don't they share the evidence?
We know that the congressmen and women, the representatives, were already evacuated. So what was the need to shoot and kill her, right?
We just don't know. We don't have access to the videotapes around the whole Capitol. There's just a lot being held back, and I think that the family, number one, has a right to know all of that. But I think that we also have a right to that information. I don't know why it's all being suppressed or held back.
I think every situation is different. You can't say this for everything because every situation is different. Of course, if somebody has a weapon, of course, and you have to, same thing with us as a civilian. You're being threatened, then yes, there's a difference. I agree, that's okay. But for protesters, they should have done, so many other things that they could have done rather than just shoot and kill and ask questions later. It's just not okay. There's got to be a line.
Right. Like, she did not have any weapons on her at all. The officer was kind of hidden off to the side with his gun, so she didn't even see his gun, and she crossed over. They were lifting her up. She was going to go through a window, and they just shot her, which they were shooting into a crowd of people. I mean, the bullet could have missed or ricocheted.
Yeah, don't they have like those rubber bullets and even the taser? I mean, there's so many other things they could have done rather than kill her. So many other things they could have done. So it's a shame.
Of course, it's sad that she was murdered. Of course, it's devastating to think that a protest can turn into something so terrifying. We lost a lot of lives back in February due to protests and everything. So I personally think that she really shouldn't have stormed the Capitol. She really should not have been in the Capitol. And unfortunately, that was the consequence.
Do you think that it's okay for the police to use, lethal force? I mean, killing protesters?
I really don't think so. Protesting in the streets, and of course I don't think that I know I'm contradicting myself, but I really don't think that.
Do you think that there was other things they could have done?
There could be, to an extent, the police should be able to use force, like shooting.
I think everyone agrees, what happened shouldn't have happened. People should not have stormed the Capitol. That was wrong. But when we're talking about, taking a life, killing someone,
it really is a tricky subject to talk about.
Right.
I feel like gun control and all that stuff about the police force, it's a touchy subject.
Do you think that it's okay for police to use lethal force against protesters that are not armed?
No, I don't think in any situation, unless there is, undeniable reason to believe that the person is there to kill or inflict harm, that, maybe you should try to incapacitate them. But I think any time that you can knock someone down without lethally, killing them or hurting them, then I think that's the approach. I mean, that's how I feel about police in general, or just any form of weaponry. I think that if you can try to incapacitate someone without killing them, then I think that should always be the method. So I don't know why that wasn't done in that case, and I feel bad for that.
Us as a country, we have to work better on the people that we give the authority to do things like that. It's a very circumstantial thing. The police and everyone, they're here to protect and serve. So I think that's an important thing to, do background checks, see how everyone is, will perform in situations like that we can't expect, because it was a crazy event that happened. I remember where I was hearing about that, and it was a tragedy, especially since someone got killed. The whole thing in the first place was it was madness. So anything like that, someone getting shot or not, is it's not good to see. For other countries to see of us like that.
Right.
So I think moving forward, as a nation, it's important to come together and to make sure that we're all looking out for everyone's collective best interest.
Do you think that they should have used some type of other non-lethal means to, get the protesters back, like maybe pepper spray or tear gas or rubber bullets or something else other than just a gun? Right.
Yeah, I see what your point is. Yeah, of course, that's always better than having a dead body, of course. But these things, unfortunately, they happen, and it's really just about how we move forward. And I think definitely when something like that happens, it makes us look back and think, okay, how can we handle this situation better?
The year is 2022. Cancel culture is the new normal. Online freedom as we know it has ended. Digital stockades are here. All activity is monitored, stored, and predictively analyzed by a technological cartel. We're being converted into a digital resource, a digital currency to be farmed for metadata and loaded into a computerized combine, blockchained to a social engineering operating system. However, it doesn't have to be this way. Be part of a new technological revolution. Right now, 1,000 test pilots have launched themselves into a new digital frontier, a private network outside of big tech control. New technology with state-of-the-art digital engagement and never-done-before security and privacy features that are now operational. With Quick's digital engagement, entertainment, communication, and commercial exchange will never be the same. We are QUX, Quicks. Advanced pre-release sales are limited to 3,000. Order now by visiting quicks.tv. Get yours now before they sell out. Be part of a brand new online experience that you control.